Hello and welcome, it's Matt Finnegan here and you're watching another Soccer Insight betting preview brought to you by betting-insight.com, and we're looking at the Saturday tea time game, Newcastle entertaining West Brom. Well, West Brom, they played in that Midlands derby on Monday and that was an entertaining 2-2 draw. Should have probably won the game, but Newcastle are bang in form in this game. And let's have a quick look at the index prices. Well, we rate Newcastle at 2.2. These are at the oddpredictor.com tissue prices. As you can see, Newcastle 3 wins on the bounce, but West Brom go into the game with just 1 defeat in 5, drawing a lot of games, but unbeaten in the last 3, so they be confident mood despite giving that 2-goal lead in the derby against Villa. Now 3.75 we rate them, and a draw 3.6. So let's have a look at the head-to-head over the last few seasons. You see that Newcastle have won 2, drawn 2 and lost 1. So going into this in good form, I think this will give you plenty of opportunities as a punter, not only just in the markets that we sort of cover here, which is concentrating on which team may win or get a result, but also in the markets that you don't have to pick a winner, the goals markets, etc., unders, overs, total goals, both teams to score. I think you're going to have lots of opportunities in there. Let's have a look at the Betfair prices. These are early, as you can see, just 9,000 matched when sort of doing this recording very early in the week. These are all subject to change, of course. You see Newcastle just slightly under the OP index at 2.1. West Brom, well, their value there at 3 to 1, 4.0, and the draw is pretty much bang on our tissue price, so you can just see where the movement is, and if anything I could sort of see it getting closer to those tissue sort of prices come the weekend. So that's where we are. But what do we have if you fancy either team to get a result or win? Well, Newcastle, they're slightly short against the OP index price at 2.1. I think they're a little bit shorter with the bookmakers as well. Just keep an eye on those prices to see if they're going to actually sort of drift over that. I'd be surprised if it went lower than even money on the exchange. I can't see Newcastle going odds on against West Brom, but I can sort of see it moving out towards the tissue. If it does, then you're almost getting fair value on a Newcastle win. So if you do fancy them, then I wouldn't put you off if you sort of taking 2.16 or something like that on the exchanges. I won't put you off taking that price. It's very, very close to that. The winning margin option, you're not going to get squeezed too much in the way of price ramping here. Dutching 1 or 2 goals, you will get 2.4. That's what I've sort of seen around with the bookmakers. You should get that 11 to 8. 2.38, that is in the decimals. 11 to 8, you should get Dutching that. And are they likely to win by 3 goals? Well, you could answer that question, and I'll cover the winning margin options later in this video. A speculative bet, win not to nil. That could be one. Certainly if you feel that West Brom are likely to score, and Newcastle do offer lots of chances, and they do look to try and score goals as well, so that could be a speculative bet that you could sort of consider, but the end of the day is you're not too far away from the index price, and if it does move out, then you may get sort of fair value with this. If you think West Bromwich Albion will get a result, then just lay Newcastle on the betting exchanges. You're getting over just slightly over 10 to 11, 1.91 that Newcastle don't win. So that's not a bad sort of price. You're getting a good price. If they were to shorten, then that would even more come into play. On the Asian handicap, look for at least 4 to 6, 1.67 on West Bromwich Albion, plus 0.75 goals. That means you've got losing by 1 goal, you're going to get half your stake back there, so you've got the draw in that as well, and if they lose by 1 goal, you're going to get half your stake back. So that's that's certainly one to sort of consider. From that point of view, there's not that much difference between sort of laying them and that sort of price. So it depends where you sort of sit with that, but on the Asian handicap, I wouldn't put you off considering that. A speculative bet, West Bromwich Albion to win either half, 6 to 5, 2.2. You've seen 2-0 up against Villa. They played well against Chelsea as well. They could win that, so that's not a a bad bet there. Touch speculative, but again, you're not picking the winner there. You're just saying that you know, that they might do well. There might be, you know, 2 goals down at half time and look to be more expensive and try and put it back second. So there's one or the, you know, they could get that lucky goal and go in leading. Many away teams do that, so that's a speculative bet there. Let's have a look at the winning margin markets then, and as you can see, got Newcastle there 2.4, 4.2 Dutch in 2 or 3 goals. That's probably a touch speculative there. West Bromwich Albion Dutch in 1 or 2 goals. You can see that's already underneath the betting exchange prices, so it's not really an option there. So I don't think you could play the winning margins with West Bromwich Albion. You know, the most likely one that you would play would possibly with them to come away with a single sort of goal victory with that, and that's, you know, 5.75 at the best prices that I've actually seen there. So you know, it's one of those things that probably just lends itself possibly to the home team in this particular match. Looking at the unders and overs, well, all the value there is with the overs. You know, we've got this profile of this match, you know, suggesting plenty of goals, and you're getting a value for that. And I think, you know, the distance, and I'm not always a big fan of backing overs before you see the game, but you could take the punt here if you want. Been some early goals in recent weeks. I think you're getting a wide enough gap between the sort of OP index price and you know, the overs sort of price. Personally, I like to, you know, watch a couple of minutes and that, and you know, before sort of you know, playing my hand. But it, you know, depends on you. You've seen some early goals. The market, you know, likely not to move if there's a bright start for 2 or 3 minutes. So you can still play your hand in the in-play markets. The 3.5 is very close to our sort of you know, tissue sort of price there. But I think, you know, if you're going to play in the unders and overs, there's no value in the unders in this particular sort of game there. Talking of in-play, let's have a look at some of the in-play stats for this game. 0-0 at 25 minutes, 49.23% chance, goal before half-time. Bang on that. I think the prices would be around about even money. Laying 0-0 in the half-time goals market, or backing unders in 0.5 the first half goals market, and the away would be the same. In this game there's a 76.6% chance of a goal being scored between 25 and 70 minutes. If that happens, it's an 82.6% chance of another one being scored. So, you know, high probability of that, and certainly if there is a goal, you know, before 25 minutes, could unlock the gates where you could actually see another goal. And finally, there's a 67.5% chance last goal of the match coming after 65 minutes, and you will get that price 1.48 or above. So, you know, high probability of a late goal in this match. Look out for that. You know, if you trade, and just a few in-play stats there if you get involved with those in-play markets. Well, that's it from me. Check out all the previews, both football and NFL, on our channel. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything there. And you know, if you want to see the full market analysis of this game, head over to betting-insight.com on Saturday morning and you'll see the full analysis on this game. That's it from me. My name's Matt Finnegan. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.